feel like there could be a team overseas who would love to snatch Caitlin Clark away from us and give her a crazy offer. I mean, Ice Cube was about to give her $5 million to play in less than 10 games in the Big Three. So
Caitlin Clark's move to Europe, a game changer. It's no surprise Caitlin Clark has become the talk of basketball. The WNBA had a chance to keep her, but they blew it, and now Europe couldn't be happier.
No matter how the cachet of the WNBA elevates, remember, it could have been even better. You messed it up.
Coming in that dwarf her WNBA paycheck, Clark's decision to head overseas is a win for her and a massive loss for the WNBA. The money talks. Let's break it down. In her rookie WNBA season, Clark earned between $76,000 and $78,000.
from the sounds of this interview, it seems like she's probably going to make more money overseas in EuroLeague than she did during this WNBA season. The commissioner told her that she could make $700,000 playing in the WNBA.
Are not only paid significantly more, but also receive perks like housing, transportation, and tax coverage. She could be making more than $700,000 overseas, far surpassing what she'd ever earn in the WNBA. And let's not forget Ice Cube's offer of $5 million for less than 10 games in the Big Three league. The WNBA couldn't even come close to that kind of money. For Clark, this was a no-brainer. A bigger stage and better competition. Beyond the paycheck, the European basketball scene offers what the WNBA simply can't: a longer, more competitive season. Europe's leagues run from October to April, giving players like Clark the chance to refine their skills against top talent from countries like Turkey, Russia, Spain, and France. The WNBA, by comparison, feels short and lacks the same intensity. In Europe, Clark will face tougher opponents and more complex strategy.
In the WNBA through marketing this and that, I don't know what Kathy was talking about, because even the highest paid player in the WNBA currently makes a little over $200,000 in salary.
They're some of the most passionate in the world. Packed arenas and electric atmospheres will only add to her star power. The WNBA's missed opportunity. Clark wasn't just another rookie, she was the WNBA's biggest draw. Her games with the Indiana Fever averaged over 1.18 million viewers, triple the league's overall average of 394,000. She brought in millions of fans, boosted ratings by 142%, and turned away games into home court events for her team. But instead of recognizing her value, the WNBA failed to give her the treatment she deserved. By not investing in their brightest star, they essentially handed her to Europe on a silver platter. Now, the league is left with
NBA season ending for many teams. There are already so many players heading overseas to play during the off-season. But with all of the drama currently surrounding the WNBA, on top of the low-paying salaries, some of these players are questioning if they'll even return.
Now Kathy Engelbert and the rest of the WNBA Brain Trust are sweating bullets. What do they even have left without Clark? Oh, that's right, nothing.
History, fierce competition, and endless potential. Legends like Diana Taurasi and Breanna Stewart thrived overseas, and Clark is poised to take things even further. Her presence will elevate European basketball to new heights. Sponsorships, brand deals, and sold-out arenas are just the beginning. Clark is set to become a global superstar, and Europe is rolling out the red carpet to make it happen. Meanwhile, back in the WNBA. The WNBA is scrambling. They've lost their biggest star, their viewership is likely to plummet, and the league is left with a gaping hole that no other player can fill. Caitlin Clark wasn't just a player, she was the future of the league. Now, she's Europe's treasure, and the WNBA can only watch as she thrives.
Fever was turning away games into home games, and so it's kind of sad that through all of that, Caitlin was still advocating for players on the other team to get bonuses, because she saw the kind of money and eyeballs and viewership that all of this was generating.
Caitlin Clark, Europe's big win. WNBA's biggest loss. Caitlin Clark is heading to Europe, and let's be honest, the WNBA only has itself to blame. They had a chance to build their league around her, but instead, they fumbled hard. Why Europe makes sense. In the WNBA, Clark was making less than $80,000 in her rookie season. Meanwhile, Europe is offering her hundreds of thousands more, plus perks like housing, travel, and tax coverage. Add to that Ice Cube's $5 million offer for just 10 Big Three games, and you start to see why staying in the WNBA wasn't worth it.
To hell with the WNBA, they're nothing, they're nobody. No one's watching.
They lost 50.
Turkey, all while playing in packed arenas with die-hard fans. Compare that to the WNBA's short season and lackluster marketing, there's no contest. The WNBA's blunder. Clark wasn't just another player, she was the player. Her games drew 1.18 million viewers on average, more than triple the league's usual numbers. She single-handedly boosted ratings and attendance, yet the WNBA failed to pay her what she's worth or give her the star treatment. Now, Europe gets to enjoy the Caitlin Clark show while the
She hadn't played in the league yet, but at least the popularity and the interest around it.
Clark chooses Europe, a slam dunk decision. Caitlin Clark is off to Europe, and the WNBA has only itself to blame. Despite being their biggest draw, bringing in over triple the league's average viewership, Clark was earning less than $80,000. Europe, meanwhile, is offering her a bigger paycheck, free housing, and a longer, tougher season against world-class competition. Clark's move highlights the WNBA's failure to value its top talent. She was their star, their ratings booster, and their future. Now, she's Europe's treasure, playing for packed arenas and global fans. The WNBA fumbled, and Europe won big.
That sounds like a dream. Traveling around Europe, playing basketball.
Like we went to Paris played in Paris for the EuroLeague Championship.
Arenas and electric atmospheres will only add to her star power. The WNBA's missed opportunity. Clark wasn't just another rookie, she was the WNBA's biggest draw. Her games with the Indiana Fever averaged over 1.18 million viewers, triple the league's overall average of 394,000. She brought in millions of fans, boosted ratings by 142%, and turned away games into home court events for her team. But instead of recognizing her value, the WNBA failed to give her the treatment she deserved. By not investing in their brightest star, they essentially handed her to Europe on a silver platter. Now, the league is left wondering how they let her slip away. The future in Europe. For Clark, the move to Europe isn't just about money, it's about opportunity. She's stepping into a league with a rich history, fierce competition, and endless potential. Legends like Diana Taurasi and Breanna Stewart thrived overseas, and Clark is poised to take things even further. Her presence will elevate European basketball to new heights. Sponsorships, brand deals, and sold-out arenas are just the beginning. Clark is set to become a global superstar, and Europe is rolling out the red carpet to make it happen. Meanwhile, back in the WNBA. The WNBA is scrambling. They've lost their biggest star.